You laughed at me.
Wow. Well,
Still not really locked yet. So
hurry and start it so we can have this conversation on there.
whoa. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Motley Crew. And we're here to talk and be the first episode of our kind.
Of our kind? Who you calling you people?
Do you think you can coach? And we're not talking about coaching rugby league teams. We're not talking about coaching the minor leagues of baseball. We're not talking coaching the chessboard table.
Oh, well, are we talking about fantasy?
Not fantasy, because that's too hard. We can't do that anymore.
The last time I heard that, I felt like my dinosaur.
Even though you are doing fantasy this year, big Code. You're going to the dark side. But
It's going to be rough.
But we're talking about Supercoach, which we started doing the last few years.
Oh, stupid coach.
Been enjoying it, a bit more chill, a bit more fun. So we're going to start talking about it on our podcast because we love it because it gets the analysation of players in from all around players.
Bit of analysation, you reckon?
And that's when you can sort of rate players, when you rate players and you don't rate players.
Sorry, did you say rate?
Rate.
Yeah, right.
And my name's Jake, and I'm here with Kyle and Cody because I have not told you that yet, guys. How are we doing this lovely evening, afternoon, sun coming down, moon going up?
Absolutely fantabulous, mate.
Fantabulous, yeah.
Sorry, what was your name? I missed that.
Oh, don't make me repeat myself. My name's Jake, and I'm here to tell you how to coach.
We really got to take that echo out of his mic.
Yeah, where did you come last year, bro? Yeah, shut up. If you have to think about it, you were shit.
Excuse me?
I didn't hit my goal.
What was your goal?
No, my goal's top 5,000 overall. But I had a pretty shocking year last year, to be honest.
Just last year?
Yeah. But anyway.
This year, onwards and upwards, my friend.
Of course, always.
Anywho.
And so the only way to start red hot. So let's hook in. We're going to talk classic first because, that's where we're wheeling and dealing right now. And we might dabble a bit of giraffe later, which we started last year, which was fucking fun and fantastic because every players have pods. It's so great.
Have pods or are pods?
Are pods.
I'd just like to put a little apostrophe, little thing, just a disclaimer for you playing at home. This is probably going to be, I know, we're not the most organised group going around, but this is probably just going to be a chaotic chat half the time, to be fair.
Oh, yeah.
And don't think that we're going to stick to anything. We'll try and stick to script and try to keep it, but half of this is just going to be us bouncing off each other.
You guys got a script?
And shit. I thought you were the one who sent it. You sent something through, and I was like, yeah, no, we'll stick to that, surely.
Kimosabi, I don't read what I send.
AI.
So let's start, boys. First game of rugby league in about 4 days.
Oh,
Is your team ready to go? You set?
I hate it. I hate it. The split round just really shits me. Oh, I wish you could just wait another week.
Yes. So we can't really wait because it's about to hit. Is there 3 players that you are not going to change?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Like I was going to say before, I got my team pretty set, and then I'm like, I'd hear different things, and I'm like, you're out. Like when Trelly Mitt, he was like nearly my first pick, and now he's injured, so he's out. And I was making little changes here and there, and then I think I got to, was it yesterday or Monday? I just went clear team, autofill, clear team, autofill, clear team, autofill, and then I was like, yeah, that'll do, and I've started making changes to that. I just cannot stick with a team because I'm like, do I just go complete nuffies and just try and make money? Do I pick the guns? Is it worth it?
Never use that function autofill. Does it actually throw up some decent teams and randoms and stuff like that?
It does actually put together some decent teams.
Yeah, I think I've tried it before and it doesn't work for me because I'm like, this is all shit, I can do better.
And then spend 4 weeks trying to do it when it does it like that.
Man, I spent all season trying to do it.
Well, I'll drop the first lock, lads, especially in my team. Not biased. It's Kalen Ponga. Number 1, baby. His draw to start the year is pretty red hot. He's going to be goal kicking. He's a gun fullbacker. And he's a little bit cheaper than other options too this year. So I think he's my number 1. He's my captain first round. And yes, of course, a little bit biased, but you definitely can't be too biased, I find, a Supercoach. But you still got a gut. You got to trust your gut, and you got to, if you like your players in Supercoach, it does help you Supercoach them because you're like, fuck yes, go good, motherfucker. I love you in every way. And then when you love them and they go good, and then in your Supercoach team, you love it even more.
Yeah, because I've heard that, the last, 3 or 4 seasons, the blokes that have come top 10 in Supercoach really had that personal connection with their players.
Well, those top 10 blokes are pretty awesome, and they must be complete nerds or freaks because I love rugby
Slide in
league.
their DMs every week. Hope you have a good game, buddy.
Yeah, well played, buddy. You really helped us out on the Supercoach this week. Thanks, mate.
Hey, I'm not sure if I should put the C on you or Turbo this week. What do you reckon?
How you feeling? How did you train? Because Turbo said he trained really well.
yeah.
It's true. I like your points, but I'm a fan before I'm a Supercoach. So
Well,
Kalaponga, baby, number 1.
I'm gonna go, and he's been in my team since the start, and I've not even looked at getting him out. And it's very weird for me because I hate this team. But I think there's a lot of value in him from a Supercoach point of view. And it's old Patchy Cardigan.
Ooh, in the move up front.
Because he's actually already changed. He's just got the Julie to front row.
Bullshit.
I'm just looking at it now. Look at that. He is now second row front row.
No, he's not.
He is.
What are you talking about?
Paddy Carrigan.
That must have just happened.
It must have yeah, because it wasn't like that this morning.
What the fuck?
I know. There must have just been updates.
I thought they normally had to play a few games there before
That's
they
what
did
I
it.
was-
So this year they must be on it early.
Well, that changes.
That just still stumps me then that, no, that makes more sense now that Hunt is only a 6 if they're doing it early in the season.
Okay, well, my team's now going to change again now because I was holding
you can
him.
put him up in the front straight away.
Yep.
I legit did my team like 3 hours ago when I got home from work, and I'm sure he was still just second row. That's why I'm like, nah.
Well, it's actually kind of annoying now because I was picking him from the start, waiting for him to get the front row forward
Yeah.
in the season, but now he's already got it. So I'm going to be changing my team. But yeah, he's going to be staying in my team now.
Holy moly, he is too.
Oh, really?
Obviously, But
Really?
bro, I'm telling you.
Big fella talking.
Oh, you're
shit.
telling me? No, I was telling you, bud.
But I'm telling you,
But
like legit.
But Kyle made a good point there too, like with Supercoach. You, like you said, you don't like teams and you don't like certain players, but when it comes to this, you're like, yeah, but I got to pick him. You got to get behind him.
Mm.
You're like, yeah, we've got to put our differences aside, and like Jake said, you got to get real close and intimate with them.
Yeah.
Is there a risk though Carrie's going to get less minutes though playing front row? Are
Sorry,
you a
what?
little bit nervous?
Even if he only plays 50, if in the front row, if he's playing 55, 60 minutes, he's going to be well over a point a minute.
He's still going to play big minutes. I don't think the minutes change.
If you I was mainly getting him waiting to put him to a front rower. Now I can already do that. So I think Paddy Carrigan in the front row is a fucking great play, in my personal, not great Supercoach opinion.
It's exactly the same position. He might just play a few less minutes, but I don't see that being a big issue.
But he is an expensive front rower if that's where you want to put him. 642K.
Especially
Where'd that X come from?
Yeah, I know.
Especially if you're running with my second lock,
How many locks have you got in this team?
and that is Terrell May from the West Tigers. I think he is a lock, and especially after the trials. They're just trials, but he showed.
Julie position too.
He showed.
Fuck, you got me there. I was like,
hang on, what? Having a quick geeze.
I'm checking them all out now. I think that's the only one I can see that's different. Was Tuapiki dual before today as well?
Well,
Nope.
if everyone else is changing,
Huh?
nope.
if everyone else is changing, he should be centre wing now.
He's
then.
centre wing
Yep.
now.
Because I could only get him in a fullback this morning when I put him in my
Yeah.
team. So
So I
now
was
he's got
look-
the centre wing on him.
I was looking at him too, but I was like,
Fucking hell, this is like a live reaction.
Oh, Metcalf is now halfback as well.
breaking news, everyone.
Holy damn.
Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen.
Holy. Yeah, Metcalf's got the
Oh,
HFB on him as
yes.
well.
Surely there's got to be an updated fucking thing when you go through and have a
check
bit
the
of a gear.
Facebook groups. I reckon they'd be going crazy.
What's going on here?
That's
Oh,
really helped me out that Tuapiki's now going centre wing. I like that.
Now, so you had him before in your fullback spot.
Yep.
What the fuck? Do you know how to coach?
Because I knew he was going to get centre wing, bro.
Oh.
I didn't think it was going to be this early, but
Why
that was the plan.
Fucking scroll on this thing.
Mate, I'm well ahead of the times.
Oh yeah, sure you are.
I wasn't expecting Metcalf to get the halfback one, but it wasn't even clicking with me. But
He's going to be starting halfback, so it makes sense.
yeah, well, duh. What about you, Cody? Who's your is there anyone that, well, it doesn't really count because you just said that you deleted your team, but is anyone, even after you deleted it, they're back in?
Yeah, well, my number one fullback is Trbojevic.
Oh, that's risky.
He's first pick. I know it's risky, but I too have KP, but he's in my flex. I've just got KP sitting down there in the flex for the looping option, and I've got Turbo as my number one. Look, Trelly Mitt was my number one pick, but since his injury, then I bought in Turbo, and then I threw KP into my flexible.
So, breaking. The official news. Metcalf, 5'8" and halfback. Brimson, 5'8" and centre wing. Patrick Carrigan, second row, front row. Tuapiki, centre and fullback. And Toby Couchman, second row, front row. Watch list, Humphreys and Jack Williams. They're going to try to get more news from the teams, and if they are getting starts, they might change them too. Interesting.
Jack Williams. If Jack Williams gets that front row spot, that's a good pickup, that I reckon.
Well, we could jump right now, but I've got him in my team as a Smoky at the moment already as a second row, just as a value buy. And it sounds like he's going to be playing front row for Parramatta.
Yeah.
And I see him being the second most workhorse player in their pack behind Hopgood, obviously. So I think I can see him playing 60, 65 minutes and making a lot of money. And what I've heard from him from the team is that they're loving him. He's training the house down.
He got put into their leadership group.
He's a leadership group. He's a Jason Ryle sort of player. So I thought Jack Williams is a sneaky player that I put on my team just today. And if he gets Julie, that'll be even better.
Well, yeah, I was originally on Jack Williams when I saw that he got put into leadership group and all that sort of stuff. But then I thought he was going to be stuck in that bloody second row rotation of Madison, Lane. Like, I know there's been some injuries in there.
Tuolagi, Katogi. There's so many. Just, that's why I'm still really nervous about Williams. But
if they're going to play him in front row and you can get him at front row, that's not a bad play. One of my Smokies, again from the shit team that I don't like, is Benny Hunt at 5'8".
It is a good shout.
Because he was averaging 60 with the Dragons.
He just does not rate the Broncos.
No, I got them coming third. I don't rate Ben Hunt in Supercoach. No.
Listen, can you let me explain?
Yes, that's why I didn't say anything, dickheads.
Average 60 with one bloke to kick to.
Yeah, when he was the one bloke doing shit for that team. He's going to be not doing much for the Broncos.
He's going to be running, he's been scoring, he's going to be setting up. I'm with Kyle.
Smoky. He is a Smoky. Like, it's an expensive Smoky, but I reckon, like, if he scored 60, averaging 60 with the Dargans, you put Walsh, Cobbo, Stags, all of them outside him, with the front row of Payne Haas and Paddy Carrigan giving him some space, he's going to cause some damage. So, try assists of plenty from Benny Hunt, and he probably wouldn't even mind sneaking over for a couple of his own. So, he was basically one of my first picked at 5'8".
Well, let's go to some milk and cows, baby. Let's go some milk and cows. I think shout out number one, cash cow.
Sandon Smith. Just absolute gun.
Oh, after these trials, I'm nearly dropping that boy, but at 237, goal kicking halfback who he's going to get the game. He's going to be playing. I think he's still a solid buy, and I think it's silly not to have him from the start.
I think you'd probably have him as I've currently got him as my backup hooker.
Yeah, he's my backup hooker. Yeah. I still don't rate him. I don't think he'll be getting my reserve.
No.
Sandon Smith. I still think he'll be number one of the top 5 cash cows, but he's not even going to be my 17 to start off with.
I think he'll be a slow burn. I don't think he's going to generate a lot of money early because we've got a tough draw early. Yeah. So I think it'll be one of those ones where you've got to, like, you could probably leave him out of your team to start the season and it wouldn't hurt you too much, I don't think. But 230k is not a lot, so hard to turn that into something else.
Well, the cashy that everyone's
on
will be Iongi from the Eels, starting at 232 and a full-time fullback spot, and he's already shown in the trials that he's got that little bit about him,
a little bit of ticker.
Yeah. So, but being that low, he will go up in price. Guaranteed.
Oh, Jesus. Bales Charkley over here.
I wasn't looking at him. I was thinking of running the old 3-gun fullback rotation.
Oh.
But you just can't go past that money opportunity, especially now with Trelly Mitt going down, made it that bit easier for me. But you got to have him there. You have to have him.
And I guess that last trial performance, it showed that he's definitely going to get a good crack at it, you think. That's the only problem with Supercoach. Sometimes you got to worry about their job security to be a cash cow. They got to at least play
Who else are they going to play there?
There's
that
that-
young other fella, Papali.
Yeah, Josiah.
But it sounds like and that last trial when he fucking brained it.
I reckon Aongi.
Yeah.
A sneaky cash
Old
cow.
step.
I don't know whether he's a Smoky or a cash cow because he's 379k, and it all depends on
Hey, as long as they're making money.
it all depends on the team list announcement. But Jack Bird,
Gross.
the centre wing second row, if he gets that starting lock spot,
Gross.
if you've got him in your centre wings, absolute.
Excuse me. Can we just not be shitting on our possible cash cow options?
Everything I've thrown up so far is just shitting on.
Everything. He's talking about us beforehand, going, "Oh yeah, you're probably like, and we're probably going to say the same things, but you guys are shit." We're throwing out these different ideas, just shitting on everything.
Gross. You're right. I was I don't know if this works.
This is the part, like the locks you can shit on, but this part that's like no one knows who's going to be consistent, who's going to make money.
There's no sign of Jack Bird making money. He hasn't made money the last 5 years as Supercoach.
Yeah, because
He's going to the shittest team of the year.
He's been in the centres. He's been in the halves. If he just gets
And
in
he's gonna
there
get fucking injured.
run amok.
You go Jack Bird, your peril. It's your team.
Got him.
Got him.
Yeah, I love it.
You still won't beat us.
I think
We've got
much
you wrapped up.
more safer and cheaper cash cow is the young bloke from the Cowboys, Jackson Purdue.
Got him.
Yes.
Got him.
It makes sense because he's 257k starting centre and it looks like he's got a little bit about him.
The
If he-
lockout
again,
scares me though, because the other one in that team's T Duffy, but you're not sure if he is going to get that starting spot and kicking.
Yeah.
Because they've still got another whole week, but there's going to be a lockout. I mean, I know you could.
It's a rolling lockout.
Yeah, you can trade them, but still.
Yeah, I made that decision today. I'm not going to go him. Not
he's
because
sitting in there.
he's not going to get the spot. I just worried if he has a slow start, he might get dropped.
I'm not going to lie. Metcalf getting that halfback duel has just helped me out a lot.
Help you down a lot.
Yep.
A lot.
A
And
lot.
because he is so cheap, Dufty, if he does go really good the first 3 or 4 weeks,
It's just Duffy, mate.
Yeah, there's no T.
just Duffy. If he does go well, very 3 or 4 weeks, you just
Dufty.
you can easily just get a trade down to him, and he's still going to make money. So that is my plan with that boy.
Oh, wasting your trades early.
It's not wasting a trade if you're
That's
trading
Kyle.
a motherfucker who's doing shit to a motherfucker making money. That's
Yeah,
the point.
But
Supercoach.
I've learned you need to try and pick and stick for those first 2 weeks.
Oh yes, you got
As
to
much
wait.
as it's really hard, you got to wait because sometimes I'll make 3 trades before prices fucking change. Use my boost of 6 trades in and nothing's happened.
You and I have got the same style, brother.
Oh,
It's good. Love it. A little sneaky one.
What kind did you learn?
What?
You got a tiny bit better last year, and you did much better.
no, he still ran out of trades with like 4 weeks to go.
Yeah. Oh, man, I can't help myself.
Oh, no, you did way better last year. I think you made it to the last 3 rounds with at least 2 trades left.
Oh, no, but I kept those 2 trades from 6 weeks out.
Yeah, he had to really.
That's what I mean.
knuckle
He's
down.
done
I
better.
sort of just put my
the last
phone
few
on-
years before
I
that,
just put
mate.
Supercoach away.
Gone in 6 weeks to go.
I looked at my scores and I was like, all right, I can't touch Supercoach for the rest of the week until the game starts, so I don't use my trades.
The stupid coach.
It's just like that addiction. I can't, like when I see the trade people up on me, like the little people on my trade thing, I've got to use them. I don't like
You
seeing
go,
them.
oh, there's a little boost, but
So your Tigers smoky grossness is Jack Bird. I feel like mine, who you might think is grossness, is Adam Dewey.
nah, shit,
Yep,
yuck. If
that's
you've got
fine.
him, fucking bullshit.
And you're talking about job security.
I think
Where the
Dewey-
fuck's he playing?
He's playing centre and goal kicking. So I like that much better than Jack Bird.
Yeah, now that Olam's got to bloody medically retire.
Definitely
Oh,
helps. But anyway, if Dewey is fit,
Dewey!
He's a fucking-
Put on a bit of weight, did he?
gun footballer, and he has been when he has been fit before. And he goal kicks, and then if Luai is out, he's in Haas, which will help him even more.
Nah, the young fellow will come in.
And he's a dual position, which I always like. So
And-
he's more.
And you're speaking about injuries. Dewey's always fucking injured as well.
Yes, a little bit of risk there. But I've got a plan if that
Oh,
happens.
okay. I bet you if I had
do, I can do better.
I bet you if I had said Dewey and he didn't have him, he'd be like, fuck that shit, bro.
Maybe.
Absolutely shit.
Maybe.
Wow. I'm sick of you already. Dead set.
I've got a bloke from the Roosters that I think is a gun,
Oh, Townsend.
but I don't think he's going to play. But he's that cheap, it's okay. And that's the young Robert Toyer. 198K. Just bank him in.
No, he'll start the season with Billy Smith out.
Yeah.
But he won't be there for long. I think Billy Smith's scheduled to be back round 2, round 3.
But that's cheap. And then it sounds like that means he's just only one injury out, and the Roosters will get another injury, so he'll probably play. Billy Smith will probably get a season injury like normal.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. Tell us how you really feel.
All right, another Smoky. And again, it's from the Broncos. As I said right at the start, there's a bit of value in them. He's in the second row forwards, Kobe Hetherington, who will get the starting lock spot there.
How expensive is he?
338.
Ooh.
Because he doesn't play many minutes, see, so his score's never that high. If he's getting more minutes, if he's playing more than half a game, he's a great shout.
So
I
I
don't
think,
see him playing more than half of the game, though.
well, then fuck off.
He's the starting lock. Who else are they going to play lock?
That was put Carrigan there.
No, Carrigan's the what?
There's not much difference, really.
Exactly. So then why go through all this rigmarole of having him play the 10 instead of the 13 if it's the same?
It seems better, and it seems better to start off with. But if Carrigan and Haas are still going to play 60 minutes like you expect them to,
Yeah, in different positions.
nah. It's
Do you
still
know how football
Yeah,
works?
it's a forward
Fucking
rotation,
hell.
Man, I'm starting to think we actually do have Adam O'Brien here at the table.
This bloke, no
I'll
wonder he supports
I'll
the
show you.
Knights. Fair income.
What I do need help in, boys, I don't know if you've got any names for me, is the benchy front row forwards. Any names that you can suggest?
Nafu White.
Well,
I'm thinking under
my benchy front row,
300K.
my
if there's
benchy
any.
front row right now is Tino.
Oh, it doesn't count.
My starting front row is Terrell May and Max King.
Royce Hunt.
Fucking hell, you're spending. Yeah, Royce Hunt, but nah, he's just always been.
Takura.
Takura.
Josh Schuster.
No. Takura, well, you're thinking fucking Kobe Harrington's going to play over 40 minutes. These other folks are going to be playing 60 minutes. Takura's going to get 20 minutes. No, thank you, ma'am.
I'm not trying to help you,
No,
team.
man, not playing.
You could probably look at Aaron Clark. He's
Gross.
Julie.
One that I'm looking at in me back rows that I'm really keen on seeing to get a full season under his fucking grip, Jacob Preston. Because he was scoring some tries and scoring some points last year. I know his price is up there, but if he can get a full season under his belt, I reckon he's one to lock and hold on to.
He's the one I'm picking as my big dog second row to start off with.
Absolutely.
I usually always pick one, and Preston is my pick because I'm all about him. He's won me a bit of money.
My second row is my starting ones at the moment are Olakawatu, Barnett, and Carrigan.
Fuck you using some money. I
got Barnett.
Who the fuck you? Well, you got two picking your fullbacks.
No, my fullbacks were Walsh.
Oh, Walsh. Gross.
See, this is where I'm going. So I'm thinking because they're there, absolute nuffy hookers, and then I think I'm a bit with Kyle. Spend some money through the front row, second row, because they're going to be consistent scorers. I'm thinking possibly because there's a couple out there, low budget halves, but then spend a little bit more money through 5'8", just dog shit centre wings, and then I can have Turbo Ponga and then Iongi there because I haven't spent. I mean, I got Fanua Blake and Mitch Barnett and Preston.
Yeah, see,
Money.
It sounds like neither of you are going either Cleary or Hines.
I've got Hines as well, and Hunt, and Metcalf, and Garrick,
I got Jerome Luai, but I'll probably change that, being that I keep deleting my team.
and RTS. I'm fucking loving my team right now.
You must just have fucking.
Fuck it, let's just run a little fucking.
You
We'll
must have
run a little fucking trial period here. What do you reckon?
Must have 8 players in your bench worth 180 grand.
Let's see. Jakey wanted to know about the old autofill feature.
Have you just done it again, Cody? Holy shit!
So we've got Phoenix Crossland and Billy Smith in the hooking role. We've got Taylor May, Otikamanu, Corey Horsburgh starting up front. A little bit exciting.
I reckon he's a trap.
Come on, S. Olakawatu, Plath, Gilbert, Bird, Hetherington, Schuster, Hines, Duffy, Brown, Elliott, Holmes, Sharp, Lucas, Tuivasa-Sheck, Purdue, Derby, Ponga, Ramsey, Fisher-Harris in the flex.
That's gross.
Fisher-Harris in the flex. I don't think the autofill understands the flex role.
Well, everyone's got a different concept. I was actually not going to use the flex as a single. I think it would be good to use for someone that's dual, so you can switch multiple areas.
Yeah, so you can swap them in and out and put other people in your flex.
Yeah, I didn't want to get stuck into the trap of just having the fullback. Like currently, I've got Iongi there, but now that Taintua Piki is centre wing,
Yeah, you've got
I think
fucking.
you have to use a flex for either a fullback, a 5'8", or a halfback, or a hooker. But the hooker's the shit. But a position where you can only get 2 players, you want to get more of those players that get the points. I think so.
Yeah, so you get like someone that's a 5/8 fullback.
You could do that.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think there's any good ones though.
Jaden Campbell.
Hell weeks, baby.
Ooh, there's some 2 rogue pods there, boys. Get around those players.
There's none. Oh, we just spat out 2 real quick.
I like those 2. They're
Oh,
definitely.
do they get Coach Carter's approval, do they?
Definitely not a classic, but definitely on the watch
See
list.
Mal Meninga getting in early, reckon, KO Weeks is close to
Yeah, I
his
did see
jersey. And you got a coach that would pick a roughie.
I reckon if KO Weeks gets some miles at fullback, I reckon he'd go all right.
Dude, I used to bag him out, and then he got that fullback spot, and I was like, oh crap, he goes all right. He's a bit quick. He's a bit quick across the park, the big fella.
Yeah, right.
How much is this fella?
Who you wanting?
Brimo.
Nah, he's shit.
Don't be tempted. Nah, 5.39. That's way too much.
Absolutely shit. You boys rolling with RTS?
Nah.
Yeah, mate. Yep, I just put him in there, actually.
You just hit autofill again?
Hey?
You just hit
No, that was the same team that I would have filled.
Oh, right, yeah.
I guess I had to choose between Greg DeLeg or RTS. I'm going Greg Marzu.
Greg the leg.
Is he going to make the bus this year or what?
Yeah, I think so.
I
He's
reckon-
looking fit.
After
Just that-
seeing that one game, that left side of yours could be on. Kyle was and ahhing whether Marju was a shout this year, but I think the way that they played, and if Fletcher Sharp is going to play that 6 down that left-hand side, he definitely is a
Marzu
shout.
averaged 45 last year, which is not great, but that's how much he's priced at. And he fucking barely touched the ball. So if we start going left again, he gets 1 try every game or 1 try every 2 games. He's going to be back up to that 65,
Is
70
that
average.
not exactly what the fuck I just said, but in different words? We were and ahhing whether to bring him in because he scored shit last year, but if they're going to play like that and Fletcher Sharp is the 6, then you have to have him in your team because he will score more points this year because they're playing better.
But I just chucked on the actual numbers so it sounded more educated, mate.
Neither of you sound educated right now.
Fucking hell.
Hello.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, you can copy my homework. Just change a couple words.
At the moment,
Yes.
Yeah, you just got done for plagiarism, brother.
I've also
I'll
even
play with your jizz.
I've even triple dipped.
Triple dip.
Triple dipped.
You never triple dip.
I know, so I'm thinking I should not triple dip, but I want to triple dip so much. And again, maybe it's because my heart's beating. But I got Brad.
Fucking hope so.
I got-
Some of the chat you've been throwing out there, I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't.
Half the time when you send a message through and fucking in the group chat, it sounds like you're having a fucking stroke.
I've got Bradman Best as well at the moment because I think he's looking.
Yeah, no, me too, actually.
He's looking fit as, and he's cut under 560. Oh, so I've got Ponga, Marzu, and Best.
So basically, if a
triple
team
dip.
shuts down that left-hand side of yours, your week's going
I
to
don't
be
think
fucked.
they can though.
You don't think they
I
can?
don't think any team can. Maybe Penrith Panthers.
HIA can. Paul Muscles can.
Why there's flex, baby.
Your coach changing the halves can.
That's your biggest issue.
Oh, this is actually going really well. Sharp, back to the wing. I reckon Fletcher Sharp, though, is a fair shout to have in your
It's
team because he
expensive.
won't get dropped. If he doesn't play 6, he'll just go out to the wing.
He's too. I had him there for a bit. He's too expensive for like.
I was nearly thinking
feel
of
like,
him as my flex.
I feel like I had him in my flex for a bit.
I
but
was thinking that.
I was like 630k is a fair bit to gamble on. No pun intended for him to just go straight into that, and he's not going to be scoring the tries. Hopefully, he's setting them up, but I don't know.
So, who are your biggest players that you've got in at the moment? Well, fuck, this doesn't work now, Cody. You don't have a team at the moment.
Yeah, dude. I did it again.
If you got there are a few players on your bench or on your team that could change coming team list full Tuesday next week.
Fucking oath.
Mate, I got Fanua Blake, Barnett, Carrigan, Yo, Hosking, Otikamanu, Luai Brown.
I think one of my biggest ones now, who's a little bit money, is I've got Talis Duncan at the moment because I think I want him if he gets that number 13 jersey.
Kaloma-Tungi. I reckon he should get it over him.
Yeah, so we'll just see. Duncan's got that 13. I'm going to go with him. If he doesn't,
Yeah.
I'll trade him out for
Kaloma-Tungi just
someone
played
else.
way too good at the back end of last year to
I actually think I'm pretty.
not.
Maybe I'm set.
Sounds like, though, the chat is that he's like lost 10 kilos and he's too fucking skinny to be locked now because he's been trained to go back on the edge. Or
Oh, yeah,
Pre-season.
because all of the locks in the comp are fucking monsters. He's replacing Cam Murray. How fucking heavy is Cam Murray? What kind of chat did you just throw out?
what is
Oh, he's looking really fit, like he could handle a lot of work. That won't work at lock.
because Koulibaly is so small. hey, it's not my chat. This is the chat. that people chat about.
But it's gross that you have Jack Bird. Hey, guys, don't get Kalamatangi. He's looking skinny.
Jack Bird's a fucking monster, bro.
yeah.
You put him beside Takura, I can't tell the difference.
No, what I've actually done is I statistically split up the comp, and I only have players over 123 kilos because that is statistically the big dogs.
My starting front row is Nelson Solomona because he's big.
No, I've got him in halfback, actually. He's dual position. Oh, look how fucking quickly he gets salty.
It's not my info, guys.
I wish we had the cameras on.
Not my
I
info.
wish we had the
and
cameras
he's a laugh
on.
all about it, but then when it actually comes true and he stays on the edge, you get no
Being small isn't why he's not going to not play lock.
He is a fair shout of just staying on an edge and Tallis Duncan playing because Tallis Duncan is like for like. But I would prefer
is still bigger than
Kalamatangi.
Tallis Duncan. Even 10 kilos lighter.
not around the abdominal area. Anyway,
We look like Santa Claus to play lock.
so how many green ticks?
Fucking
how many
Zaya
greens-
Yo's got an absolute stomach on him.
So how's it looking? How many green ticks are you going to have for Vegas games?
1, 2,
Six.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, I've got 6 too.
That's with Tamale in there at the moment.
I'm not quite
Oh.
sure if this is my locked-in team. You
You
know
can
what
have
I mean?
Tamale, mate. He's going to play 2 games and gone.
Shut up.
Surely better picks for him.
Shut up, leave me alone.
But, you know, each for their
Yeah, I'm
own.
starting to think he's a bit too big to be playing on the wing. So
Yeah, you want to go with blokes like fucking Drell Skelton. He's at 110, isn't he?
Ooh, that's a good gut feel if you go on him. A few people are going him.
What is it with you and guts and picking your players? He's nice through the abdominals. Get him in.
Oh, this is not
This-
going anywhere.
this is a bloke that picked RCG because of his moustache.
Never had him ever in my fucking team, dickhead.
Never had him ever, you reckon?
Wait, do you know Junior Barlow's also dropped 10 kilos? Are you going to
Never
get him in
have
your
I
team or is
ever.
he too small
He's
now?
still only play 30 minutes a game. No. In my educated chat, these guys just talk about size. Anyway,
Size matters, apparently.
maybe let's try to go somewhere else because we're not really going anywhere at the moment. Let's go a little bit of draft. Cody, if you've got the number 1 pick on the weekend, who are you picking?
Are you going to give him a bit of background on what we're doing?
Yeah, you want to fucking spell it out for those of them playing at home?
Doing a Supercoach draft. If you've never done it before, it's when you get in a group of people and you
Tussle.
do chat.
Yeah, good one.
You do a giraffe where you pick one player at a time to
giraffe?
get into your team. Fucking hell.
Jesus. No, about what we're doing, not how a draft works.
People don't care what we're doing. But if you do, we're doing the second, or was this the
This is
the
the
third?
All right. So with us now possibly going to 12 people, it extends it out. What pick would you want, do you feel would be most beneficial for you?
5.
I don't know, that low maybe. There's look, if what do you say every year? If everyone's fit, there's a lot of good players going around at the moment. But like, because I was saying, if you get first pick, you get 24th and 25th. And that's a lot of players off the table by the time you get round to your second pick.
Mhm.
So that's why, yeah, you want that, because the ones at the top that you're going to take, like, the Clearys, injuries, Turbos, injuries, Hines, he was injuries last year.
Mhm.
And they're going to be one of the ones, like, statistically, you want them in your early shout.
Because if they're playing, they're weapons.
Oh, absolutely. But
You-
then hopefully, like you said, by that 4-5, a couple of them are gone. It makes it easier. You're picking a player that might be a little bit more consistent,
Mm.
and then your pick's coming back around again sooner.
Mm.
So that 4-5
So
could be a good little
I've
spot.
always felt like, depending on how many people you've got in your draft, if you fall in the middle, somewhere in that middle area, you're consistently coming around with picks, and it's not too much of you're not missing a lot in between picks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm hoping to land around that 5-6 mark, 5 to 7. If I can land 5 to 7, I'm happy.
I think 7 might be a little bit low.
It's a little bit late, but I'd rather be 7 than 1. I'd also rather be 7 than 2 and 7 than 3.
Fair chat. No, yeah, I'll back you on that.
So
I'll back you on that.
if I get one of the top 3 picks, I'm not going to be super stoked, but it'll be fine. We can, that's the challenge of being such a good coach. You need these challenges to test you. If I get placed 5 to 7, my season's made a lot easier, and the chances of you boys winning this money is just shrunk exponentially.
Nah, no chance. What do you have any other strategies going into it, Jake? Do you have a strategy going into it, or you just sort of pick best available scramble?
No. I definitely will have a short list of players that I want. I'll probably have top 2 from each position that I really want, and then I think positional wise, you definitely got to focus on which positions are shorter to get in early in your team.
Yeah, you've got to determine. Because I'm sort of the same. Like I've got a massive spreadsheet of players.
Spread your sheet.
Basically, identifying who I want as in what areas, like whether I want them starting or I'd be happy to have them as a bench player or and then I've then got a list of how I want to pick my positions from each round. It's really fucking hard to try and work it all out. But
I was trying to come up a way. We're trying to be more consistent because how have we set it up? We still play the bye rounds, eh?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And we got no captain. We got rid of the flex.
Yeah.
So it's just straight up
best 13.
fucking show your cards, rip in.
But
I'm like, do you steer clear of a couple of Origin players to try and stay consistent? I said because last year you'd rip and tear, and then for that 5-6 week period I'd fall apart.
Yeah, and then
I can't beat anything because I'm scoring 212.
And another big thing I think you got to focus on, which I've always focused on, is just having a little bit of depth to cover injuries and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, this is what I'm thinking. Like,
and that's gonna be even tougher this year with 12 players in our league and more players.
There's not going to be a lot of options on the waiver because will be 264 players that will be used.
Well, this is what we were trying to get away from. The waiver.
Yeah,
we were trying to get away from the waiver because last year when we did it, our teams didn't go deep enough. And we had the waiver wire in, and we just spam, and there'd be 30 waiver wires come Wednesday because there was that many decent players. Depending on matchups, you were just everyone's teams was just rotating. And if you did have better players, it was hard for you because you couldn't then use the waiver wire because if you had a decent player that was injured, you're not getting rid of him because of how actively everyone's in there.
Yeah.
So sometimes if you had a couple of good players injured, you were just sat there doing nothing.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't get in there. Whereas if we had the bigger squads, there's more cover.
Yep.
Should be fun.
Should be tough.
Fun for you and the whole family.
But it's going to be exciting.
So we're picking up 264 players. I go to the bottom of the list, and I reckon I'm scrolling up to about 330 players when I feel like they're in most 17s for their team every week. So that's not much left over. And then above that, there's going to be injuries, and below that, there's going to be a few.
How many people did we say we were picking?
22.
No, collectively as a group.
264.
And
there's like fucking 600 players.
Yeah, I just scrolled up to about that 330 mark, and that's where I'm like, okay.
What did you say? 264.
And I reckon about 330 marks where you get to where I know all those players.
Mate, Nathan Brown, 264. David Moali, Blake Tuff down there. Nah. I wish it went on. I wanted to check the percentage of owned at the moment, percentage of team picks, but it doesn't seem to be displaying it on mine at the moment, which is kind of frustrating.
Yeah, so, Cody, if you land the number 1 pick, who you taking?
KO Weeks, brother. Is there anyone else? Julie, looking for a breakout. I reckon he's going to kill it over the seas.
That's it.
Lock him in.
That's a bold move, Cotton. That's a James-like move.
No, you know what? After the fucking skedaddle in the fucking lift, I'm going, Huddy Young, number 1 pick. He's my man. I'm getting behind him. I love the fact that came out to they're just best mates and they were just having a little brah.
Oh, man.
And they had the front of me for it. What about you, Kyle? Who are you eyeing off for your number 6 pick?
Oh, I like that.
Oh, if I got 6?
Yeah.
It would all come down to who's available, obviously, but I'd be eyeing off, I reckon, Romy Hughes.
That high, number 6.
Do you think he can do what he did again with Munster playing beside him all year?
I feel like I'm only looking at Hughesy because I honestly feel like Cleary and Hines will be taken before I get a chance. But
With that many fullbacks going around, you reckon?
depends what everyone's strategy is.
Just grab Jaden Campbell while you're there, mate.
He's up there, possibly. I don't know. Maybe. I don't
Patchy
wanna give away-
Cardigan,
Mate. I'm not going to lie. That did come across.
brother.
Now that he's got
I'm
that.
thinking about it.
Now that he's got the Julie straight away, I'm like, oh fuck, he could be on people's
I was like, if
radars.
I'm number 12, my 12th and 13 pick is going to be 2 fronties or something. 2 consistent back rowers.
We don't need to ask you, Jake, who your pick would be because it would be Kalen Ponga.
Well, he's already said, I'm pretty sure. Well, not in as many words.
But yes. So ask me a different question. Number 3 pick.
Who would be your last pick?
Yeah, if you were to somehow get the 12th, what would your 12th, 13th look like? Because you get back to back.
I like that.
Do you have a sort of a thing in mind?
Well, I think by that chance, there's a good chance that Harry Grant could still be available. And if he is, I'll lock him in.
No,
That's what I
he's
did
my
last
first
year.
pick.
Maybe he's your first pick. But I doubt
He is
will be.
now.
But I think-
You're the 11th pick, Harry Grant. But that's bullshit because at 10th, I'm taking Harry Grant. I'll dup, you're dup.
And then Max is listening to this. Nah, I'll get the second pick. I'm taking Harry Grant.
We're going to talk his stock so high that
You
Butters
just
is going to get the number 1 pick and take Harry Grant.
Mate,
And then I think just because of the positions, I think halfback and fullback is going to be, they're going to go early. So you got to get in whoever's left.
There's just so many good ones at the moment.
I know. That's why
I wouldn't even be, you're not going to be disappointed with like a Kato Kinney.
But I think he's going to go that first 1 or 2 rounds.
Like, I even think for a halfback, you're like, if you can land like an Adam Reynolds, it's not a bad. Like, you've just got to hope he stays fit.
Max is going to go for Benny Hunt again, and it actually might be a decent shout this year.
Fuck off, Max.
That's
He's
what-
mine.
With draft, though, I do like to go these players such as Kinney because I'm like, I would love to go them in Classic, but I'm not I don't have the balls to do it. So
Oh, yeah,
draft
so I'll
is
do it in the
fucking
money
fun,
comp.
man. Yeah,
Do it in the money comp where I can't just trade him out whenever I want. Yeah, no, do that.
I know, but it's fun though because you're like, fuck, I like these guys. They play cool. They're fucking massive. Like even Scotty Drink, I would not mind him in draft. I'm not touching him in Classic because I'm too much of a bitch.
No, well, that's what I said
It'll be
last year,
fun.
and then he ended up killing it all year and being one of the most consistent fullbacks all year. Because I got the 8th pick last year, and I went Drinky and then Harry Grant. Got straight on. Everyone went, oh, Harry Grant's a bit high, and I was like, yeah, but last year he was probably the only shout at hooker. This year there's a few more options, so
Mate,
keep
Connor
your eyes
Watson.
open.
Connor Watson's your number 1 pick at hooker, I reckon.
I cut
Connor
him.
Watson-
I've cut him today from my Classic.
Ooh.
I'm just scared.
I'd just like to make an update to my
I don't think I think he's going to be okay, but I think he's not going to be worth spending that much money on my hookers. I think
Oh.
this is not worth it.
guys. I didn't realise that the team doesn't save when you go from the
Oh
into the
my
players.
Yeah, you got to hit save my team, brother.
No, I hadn't filled it out fully.
Oh,
So then I went to the players and I thought I could come back because I had a weapon front row, back row. I didn't hit.
yeah, you got to hit save
Anyway,
my team.
we're going to figure this draft out. We're going to figure out this. We're getting 12 people. And
Oh,
if not, then
also,
what we're going to do. We
I
might
was
just
just-
do
I'm
an
gonna-
AI automatic pick one. I don't know if
I'm going to throw it out here. I'm going to raise it on Saturday night when
we
we're
might
doing
have
the
to cut
draft.
someone from the thing. Why do we invite so many people? I don't want 10. 12 scares me.
You've been fucking harping on 12 for the last 6 weeks, and I've been telling you no. And
But
now that
I
it's
wanted
a
more.
fucking
I wanted more than
opportunity-
8.
We originally
Now
were
it's an
going. We
opportunity.
were originally aiming for 14.
Yeah, but maybe not. The squad wasn't going to be as big. Well, maybe I'm going to do 17.
But that makes it even harder.
No, it doesn't.
It does, because then there's no depth. Which I'm used to, but anyway. I was going to throw...
Yeah, when I hear Kyle, I hear depth.
No, not having depth. Go deeper, I can't.
Yeah. Hang on, let me just get the rest of the dick out of my pocket.
Oh, man, I was talking about my fingers. I got short fingers.
Push and
No,
run.
I was going to... Licorice.
Because I'm in all sorts right now.
No, so I was going to throw out there for our draft to the whole group, either the 10 or 12 of us, however many that we end up with, that there's a penalty for being a shit coach. So if you score the least amount of points in the round, a $10 fine. But if you score the most points for being a good coach,
I
you
just
get
don't know if you'll
immunity.
get everyone around monetary fines.
I think us three just do it anyway and just put it in the group.
We can do it between us. Whoever scores the lowest points is an extra 10.
Oh, I was going to say only if you get the loss of the round, though. But
Or what about bottom quarter?
bottom 2.
Bottom
three.
quadrant.
It's thirds.
What happens if we're all the bottom three? You saying we all going to chuck it
Yeah,
in?
we all put in money. So if you fall in the bottom three of lower scores, you pay up. We can do that. And it just goes to end of season drinks. Grand final day.
Yeah, I don't reckon we'll get the full team behind monetary fines. Poor James is going to have to pay up every week. And another one, did you say it? I can't remember.
Problem.
If you
James
said
will
it.
say yes because he's so confident, but then when he loses, he hasn't got the money to pay for it. He won't pay for it.
He'll leave.
The other one where you said if you scored the second most amount of points in the round and lose, because you would have beaten everyone else in the comp, but you'd lose to the guy who scored the most points.
You pay $10 for that.
You get sting pong to the back. We'll record it.
Anyway, any final thoughts of Supercoach this year? No.
I really wish they could work out a way that it's not the split first round. It really makes it hard having to sort of lock in.
Everyone plays at Vegas.
Certain amount of teams.
Just don't include first round, start at round 2, but then I think that makes it even easier.
It does and it doesn't, but it allows you to see what teams are going to be.
Yeah.
It sort of takes out of that, guessing.
Yeah, 100%. Already there's so many players that are very similar in classic teams. If you did round 2, I reckon it'd be even more people in the same players.
That's true.
Yeah, so...
Yeah. Because it's already bad enough, like by the time you get to the end of the season, when you're versing in your leagues, you've got like 4 people that are different.
Yeah. That's why I think they need to start going the fantasy way where people start losing and gaining money from round 1. I know it's fucking makes it so much trickier and annoying, but I think it makes it better.
Yeah, but you do know at the end of the day it is night, so see you next week.
Cut the stream.
Of the Knights.